This is IGN. Colorful weirdos beating the shit out of each other? Check. This is your IGN review of Mortal Kombat 2 by Max Scoville. A good chunk of the way into Mortal Kombat 2, a character says something along the lines of, "Never forget who you are!" A well-worn cliche that's totally in line with the source material's cool-sounding pseudo-mysticism. Who could fail to not forget to keep remembering MK3's introductory adage of, "There is no knowledge that is not power," a long-winded way of saying knowledge is power. Well, if there's one piece of knowledge that Mortal Kombat 2 harnessed the power of, it's knowing exactly what it is, a movie called Mortal Kombat 2. The 2021 Mortal Kombat movie was much better than I'd expected it to be. The worst things about it are readily apparent from the jump. A tedious amount of time spent delivering exposition to the audience by way of its original protagonist, Lewis Tan's Cole Young, who isn't quite as compelling as the established characters from the games. The exposition outlines the rules of this multiverse, in which feuding realms forego conventional warfare in favor of regularly scheduled tournaments to establish dominance. Champions are chosen to represent their respective realms, and they duke it out in a series of one-on-one matches. I genuinely adore Karl Urban. He's given us some iconic performances in other realms of pop culture, from Aylmer to Judge Dredd to Billy Butcher, but his spin on Johnny Cage left me underwhelmed. It's not bad per se, but it just feels subdued compared to some of the scenery chewing we've gotten from previous Johnny Cages across movies, games, shows, and animation. In all fairness, this version of Johnny Cage is supposed to be a tired, washed-up has-been, not an A-list movie star, so maybe that was the point. But his one-liner delivery wasn't quite as nutty or punchy as his trademark nut punch. The other returning characters are great, even if they aren't given quite as much to do. As revealed in the trailers, Kung Lao is alive again, because, again, reasons, and he and Liu Kang throw down in one extremely fun fight scene that Max Huang and Ludi Lin make a meal out of. Mehcad Brooks is effortlessly likable as Jax, and Lewis Tan's Cole Young isn't totally backburnered. Jessica McNamee's Sonya Blade does her best to corral this ragtag crew, and though he's likened to various Warner-owned wizards, Tadanobu Asano's portrayal of Raiden is more reminiscent of Professor X. While the titular mortality of characters might be iffy, the combat is not. There's an abundance of special effects in every frame of this film, but at no point does it feel like they're being used to upstage the fight choreography. Realistic is not a word I feel comfortable putting anywhere in this review, but the fight scenes have a good weight to them, and they're shot clearly and cut cleanly enough that it's easy to understand what's going on. Visually, everything meshes pretty well. Some of the sets veer into CGI-heavy territory, but never offensively so, and at no point is the movie boring to look at. Spurts of crimson blood mid-fight are accented with fireballs and lasers and neon flashes of green and magenta magic, and at several points, the fights are framed exactly like the video game. It's a cool gimmick, extremely well executed. Mortal Kombat 2 is hot on the heels of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, another video game sequel that had a clear understanding of what it was and who it was for. A feature film adaptation of what people love about the Mario games made with those people in mind. Video games are, in many cases, fun first, story second. Successfully adapting that fun to a new medium is as much as, if not more of a challenge as rehashing or reinventing or otherwise reformatting a story based on, say, a fantasy novel, superhero comic, or Saturday morning cartoon. Mortal Kombat 2 gets an 8 from me. It might not be Oscar-caliber cinema, and hardcore fans of the game with encyclopedic knowledge of the game may have a bone to pick, but it's big and loud and gruesome and not afraid to have fun. The bar for video game movie sequels isn't very high, but this one not only clears the bar, it twirls it around like a bow staff. Again, Mortal Kombat 2's IGN score, 8 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Mortal Kombat 2 updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.